watching the Midtown Rider. Today we're taking a ride through the heart of Georgia Tech's campus, starting right here in Tech Square on 5th Street Northeast. Along the way, you'll see the new Scheller and George Towers rising tall, fresh additions reshaping the skyline and campus life. We'll cruise past classrooms, gathering spots, and the pulse of student energy. So saddle up and enjoy the ride through this hub of innovation and learning. Welcome to an evening on the Tech campus. Say, take a look at this stretch of road. We're riding on one of Atlanta's newer gems, a fully protected bike lane right through the beating heart of Tech Square. Not long ago, this was just another car-clogged corridor. Now, it's a corridor of calm, framed in concrete and paint, where cyclists glide and pedestrians linger without watching their backs. It's more than a strip of pavement. It's a statement. A safer, smarter, better-looking Atlanta. And with the Scheller and George Towers climbing skyward, this corner of Midtown's about to go from impressive to iconic. Now hold on tight. We're about to make a right onto Techwood Drive, slipping into a stretch that hums with tradition and youthful bravado. Just up ahead and down along 6th, you'll find the stately homes of Greek Row. These aren't just houses, they're stages. And all year long, the curtain's up. You'll catch everything from lawn parties with TV screens big enough to shame a cinema, to tailgates that turn asphalt into arenas. Holidays, home games, or just another Saturday, they'll find a reason to gather, grill, and get loud. It's a parade of pride and pageantry, and you're getting a front row seat. Just up ahead, rising beyond the treetops like a promise of Saturday glory, sits McNeese Baseball Park at Russ Chandler Stadium. On game days, the crack of the bat cuts through the campus hum like a starter's pistol. And just behind it, that sleek hanger-shaped silhouette you see. That's the Mary R. and John F. Brock football practice facility, a shrine to sweat, strategy, and Southern gridiron grit. It's where plays are perfected, legends are made, and echoes of tomorrow's game day can be heard in the thud of every tackle. This corner of campus doesn't just train athletes, it cultivates myth. If you happen to glance to your right, you'll catch sight of some of Georgia Tech's tennis courts, just a few of the many scattered across campus, with more waiting about a mile south of here for those with a good serve and a decent backhand. And as we glide forward, shift your gaze to the left. That's the Griffin track coming into view, where laps are counted and records are chased. Looming in the distance through the trees like a sentinel of science stands the Molecular Sciences and Engineering building, tall, glassy, and quietly brilliant. Just to its left, a bit more reserved but no less impressive, is the School of Chemical and Biomechanical Engineering. Together, they form a corridor where sweat meets science, and athletes share the skyline with engineers. Now we're rolling off the Atlantic Drive Promenade, and if you listen close, you might hear it before you see it. Tucked behind the treetops on your left is the Marcus Nanotechnology Building, mostly hidden but far from silent. That hum in the air? Likely the heartbeat of the largest cleanroom lab in the Southeast, where the tiniest components of biomedical and semiconductor tech are built with mind-bending precision. It's now headquarters for the Institute of Electronics and Nanotechnology, one of Georgia Tech's powerhouse research hubs. You may not catch much of the building itself, but its presence is loud and clear, an invisible engine quietly pushing the future forward. Up ahead, we're about to make a brief turn into what might just be Georgia Tech's greenest feather in its cap, the Eco Commons. Once the home of the old Beringhaus building and a pair of asphalt-scorched parking lots, this stretch has been reborn into a lush corridor of life. Over 600 trees, tens of thousands of shrubs and perennials, and enough ferns to make a Victorian feint. Leave it to Georgia Tech to flip the old script, tearing down a parking lot and putting up a paradise. But this isn't just for show. This is a performance landscape deliberately crafted with purpose. A place to engage, to learn, and to reflect. It's a living statement of Tech's commitment to sustainability, yes, but also a gift to the campus community. Proof that even in the heart of innovation, nature still has a starring role. Just ahead, across the street, lies a grassy little crater in the cityscape, Burgerfield, better known to longtime Tech folks as the Burger Bowl. Now don't let the name fool you. There's not a single fryer or sesame seed bun in sight. The name? Well, that dates back to the 1970s, when a Burger King sat just across Hemphill Avenue, flipping patties and giving this bowl-shaped field its greasy moniker. That Burger King's long gone now, as is the Pickrick cafeteria that once stood beside it, a joint run by none other than Georgia's own firebrand governor, Lester Maddox. But the field stuck around and found new purpose. It played host to Olympic hopefuls back in '96, where athletes trained for field events. After the Games, the Olympic Committee dropped a layer of sand and fresh grass on it, an attempt at giving the old field a second wind. These days, it's still rugged, still worn, but it holds strong as a stomping ground for games, practices, and the occasional spontaneous sprint. A little rough around the edges, maybe, but like a true Tech tradition, it endures. Now we're really in the thick of it, the beating academic heart of Georgia Tech. On your right, the School of Materials Science and Engineering, where minds are hard at work, bending atoms and breaking barriers. Just across the way on your left, the Georgia Tech Manufacturing Institute hums with the kind of precision you'd expect from folks who treat innovation like an art form. Keep gliding forward, and you'll roll past the George W. Woodruff School of Mechanical Engineering, one of the oldest and most respected engineering schools in the nation. A place where gears turn, both literal and metaphorical, and the air practically smells like CAD diagrams and cold metal. Still on the left, nestled in the academic sprawl, sits the Center for Relativistic Astrophysics. That's right. Relativity, black holes, the whole cosmic enchilada. As we glide along this stretch, the evening air settles in and the last traces of daylight soften into dusk. Just beside us now, those wide windows glowing with a warm amber hue, sits the H. Milton Stewart School of Industrial and Systems Engineering. Inside, behind the glass, you might spot a few determined figures still hunched over glowing monitors, chasing down the inefficiencies the rest of us never think about. It's quiet out here now. The usual foot traffic has thinned, the buzz of daytime replaced with the hum of campus at rest. Street lamps flicker on one by one, casting long shadows across the path. And here we are, coasting past one of the most respected industrial engineering schools in the world, its brick facade standing against the dimming sky. Proof that even as the city slows, tech keeps thinking. Coming up now, just beyond the trees and glowing glass, is a cornerstone of both Georgia Tech's Olympic legacy and its student life, the Campus Recreation Center, with the Macaulay Aquatic Center nestled inside. You might know it today as a place to swim a few laps or squeeze in a workout. But back in the summer of '96, this was the center of the aquatic world. Olympic champions launched themselves from these very boards, sliced through these very lanes, while the world watched from packed stands now filled with everyday students chasing fitness, not medals. Named in honor of Herb Macaulay, a Tech alumnus, swimming powerhouse, and the man responsible for the legendary drown-proofing class, it's a tribute to grit, discipline, and just a touch of Tech's infamous trial-by-water humor. These walls have seen record breakers and reluctant undergrads alike, and tonight, as the lights inside shimmer on the glass, they remind us, greatness and growth often share the same pool. Z-Bar Apartments are now coming up first on your right, a towering brick residence with classic academic charm. It's got that Ivy League look without the Ivy League price tag. Right in the heart of West Campus, it's a favorite for those who want a little more quiet with their coursework. Keep cruising, and you'll see Maulding straight ahead. It sits just behind the Campus Rec Center, tucked away from the main thoroughfares. It's close enough for a quick dip in the pool or a late-night gym session, but far enough back to feel like its own little corner of campus. A solid choice for students who like being near the action, without being in the action. For the next few minutes, we're slipping back through the residential heart of Georgia Tech. Dorms, apartments, co-ops, you name it. The kind of places where bright minds bunker down after long days in lecture halls and labs. The lights are on, windows cracked just enough to catch the faint buzz of conversation, the smell of microwaved leftovers, maybe even the hum of a late-night study session gone slightly off the rails. We're weaving our way back to the center of campus, but not before we roll past the places these students call home. Keep your eyes open. There's more life packed into these quiet corners than most cities squeeze into an avenue. We're now turning back onto the Atlantic Drive Promenade, a familiar path, but one that never stops impressing. On the right, you'll catch the School of Physics, where minds bend space, time, and probably their fair share of coffee spoons. Directly across on the left is the College of Computing, home to the keyboard warriors shaping our digital tomorrow. Keep rolling, and you'll pass the Joseph M. Pettit Microelectronics Research Center, a mouthful of a name for a place where the devices of tomorrow are already taking shape today. Just past it, still on your left, is the School of Electrical and Computer Engineering, an academic heavyweight that's as integral to tech as buzzing servers and blinking LEDs. And rounding out this stretch, over on the right, the Bunga Henry Building, a hub for student life and campus events. From breakthroughs in labs to blowout student org fairs, this corridor captures what makes Georgia Tech hum. Coming up ahead on the right is the crown jewel of campus comfort, the Georgia Tech Student Center. A modern marvel where convenience meets community, it's got just about everything a yellow jacket could ask for. Hungry? Take your pick. Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, and a rotating lineup of other student favorites. Feeling competitive? There's a full bowling alley tucked inside, just waiting for someone to roll a strike between study sessions. Need to chill? You'll find nooks and lounges for that too. Perfect for recharging with friends or cramming for the next big exam. There's even a campus radio station broadcasting the eclectic pulse of tech to anyone willing to tune in. Whether you're grabbing a bite, hitting the lanes, or just kicking back, this place is the beating heart of student life. As we ride past Van Leer on the left, hub of the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department, you'll find the Architecture Building on the right, mostly tucked away in the evening shadows. It's a no-frills brick structure, humble in appearance, but housing the minds shaping tomorrow's skylines. Just ahead on the left is the School of Building Construction, and directly across from it, the Klaus Advanced Computing Building, brightly lit, modern, and humming quietly with late-night research and code. That brings our loop to a close. From here, we'll wind our way back to the 5th Street Bridge, retracing the same paths we carved earlier. The sky's dimmed, but the energy of campus lingers, steady, focused, and always looking forward.
If you liked the ride, give us a like and subscribe for the next one. We'll catch you next time on The Midtown Rider.